Does anyone have a question? I mean, just to, last weekend was, uh, I mean, the energy was so powerful and so deep that I, I mean, it certainly transformed me. It changed me as a human being. And it was the greatest joy in my life, pleasure to be able to transmit this kind of energy to people that, you know, came to the retreat. It's what it's for. It's to change lives. It's to change people. It's to transform the tension inside them into something that's life-giving. And that's how the energy was all weekend. I mean, it was really something remarkable. I mean, I wish, I hate to say this, but I wish I could just stop teaching these online classes. I can't do it because it's my responsibility to people all over the world to do this. Because the in-person classes are so much more powerful and so deeper that I only wish I could do that all the time, but I certainly can't. When people come here, I have classes with them. Somebody's coming tomorrow. I'm going to have two classes with them here. And I love doing it. I love the fact that people make an effort, in order to build a spiritual life. And I find that it's my responsibility to do whatever I can to help people grow. And it's like a marriage. You have to have commitment on both sides and the willingness to do and to give and to take steps that really, show that one truly wants to have a spiritual life. So it was an amazing weekend. I watched people just transform in front of my eyes. I was very deeply grateful that I could be part of this. And at the end of every class, I just thanked everybody. They're all my teacher. Their presence makes me work so deep on myself that it literally digs up teachings and energy fields that I didn't even know existed that become part of the transmission of Shakti. So it's not just me, it's a combined effort of people that, you know, want to have a spiritual life. They want to come and get the energy and make that kind of commitment. It was a wonderful weekend, and I also had a wonderful week off. Not having to look in a computer for a week was like sure magic. It was a pleasure, you know. But, I'm back again, bringing everything I've learned in the last week, trying to nurture you all and help you all to grow. And in the process of doing that, help myself to grow and to continue growing and developing a deeper connection with higher energy in the universe. That's what this is about. It's the only thing it should be about. I mean, I know it helps people, it gets their minds quiet, it gets their emotions quiet. But the real purpose of these classes is to develop a spiritual life. It's to use this amazing gift that Rudy left us, this breathing technique, this craft, which is so extraordinary, to build an inner life that connects one to higher energy. And then, as I tell everybody all the time, you have to do what is necessary to get that. Not what you want to do, but what's necessary to get that teaching, to get that energy, to build yourself inside and develop a connection with spirit that's a permanent connection because you've developed a chakra system that's strong enough to sustain it. So I'm happy to be back. You all are part of my life, and I'm very grateful to have each and every one of you as part of my life. And it's my responsibility to do this. Because as I say, there's people sitting here from 3 different continents, for God's sake. And the only way I can connect with them is through Zoom. But something deep inside me wishes that people would make the effort. You know, I mean, yeah, it's money. Well, learn how to make money. Part of learning and growing in life is taking care of what Caesar requires, what life requires is learning how to make money, learning how to, live in the world and to be able to deal with the world without the world making you crazy and getting all upset about finances and stuff like that. So I hope in the future more people attend these. There's only so many I can even fit in my apartment here, but there was room for more people in this retreat. But those that came, I mean, they certainly, I think, left with something extraordinary. And all I ask in life is to give away what I've learned. I mean, that really is the secret of spiritual enlightenment. You have to give away what you've learned, and you can only give it to people who are willing to go past themselves in order to get it. So it was a wonderful weekend. It was a wonderful vacation. I feel very strong inside and very quiet inside. And like I've gone to a whole different level in my life and want to share that with all of you. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? I mean, I've been getting letters, emails this week, very interesting emails from people that are reading my book, Navigating the River of Time, and telling me how it literally has changed their life. And it, initiated a real spiritual search for them. And I tell you, to write a book and get that kind of response from people is very gratifying. It's very extraordinary. It really opens my heart and makes the effort. I don't think any of you realize the effort it takes to write a book, but it makes the effort worthwhile. It's better than even money, selling 8 million copies of a book, it changes somebody's life who read it. So it's been a very interesting time. And I think it's a time that I think I've learned a little bit how to transform Mercury in retrograde into something positive. Works for you if you know how to work with it. You know? Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? All right, there'll be class on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. God bless you for being in class, for being in my life, and for being here and demanding that I work on myself and grow and get closer to, my connection with God and higher energy. And through this meditation that Rudy gave us, this whole teaching can be transformed, transmitted to each and every person that attends the class. So thank you and bless you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday. God bless you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Stuart.
Good night.